Hey, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mimi. I'm a yoga and Pilates instructor and a PT, and today I'm here to deliver you the Pilates goods. It will be a full body burn, and most importantly, we're gonna have a great time. Duh, of course we do. All right, so whenever you're ready, come on your yoga mat, and we're gonna begin our Pilates class today in child's pose. So flip around, facing down the way. Rest your bum on your heels and walk your hands out in front of you. Pitch your hands up on your fingertips so your forearms and your palms are elevated away from the floor. And then from here, drop your forehead back down towards the ground. So there is already some sort of action in this child's pose, and we really lengthen here. If you want, you can reach with one shoulder forward, with the other shoulder forward, to really lengthening into the side bodies. And then find a moment of stillness within the movement. So you can really focus on the movement of your breath. Bring your attention to your breath and start to lengthen it into the stomach, into the chest. With an exhale out, feel how everything falls and drops down towards earth. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling into the stomach, into the chest. Exhale out, full surrender. Beautiful. Take another deep breath in, but this time when you exhale out, I want you to feel how you lift your pelvic floor up. You draw your navel in and you kind of tighten around the waistline. And then keep that area tight as you take another breath in, but more into your rib cage now. The breath is still as long as it was earlier. It's just in a different part of your body. As you exhale out, tighten around that area again. So this is our so-called powerhouse, something we want to have turned on as we move through our flow. Let's practice one more time here, just focusing on the breath. Inhale. And then with an exhale, let everything come even tighter. Beautiful. Now walk your hands off the yoga mat over to the right side. And as you do so, keep on pulling the left outer hip back in space so the left side body lengthens even more. And then reset and walk over the opposite way. Beautiful. And from here, stretch now long into the right side of your body. Coming back through your center and then pull yourself up into tabletop position. You can come flat on your palms now. Tuck your toes under. Lengthen your tailbone towards your heels and feel how with that your pelvis tilts slightly back and we flatten our lower back, which helps us to stay engaged through our core. Even then when we now start to hover those knees off the floor. Lengthen your spine from the tailbone to the ground of your head. Don't panic here. Keep those shoulders over your wrists. Feeling that first engagement of the core, powering through it. Stay here for one more breath. Exhale out. Keep your hands and your toes exactly where they are, but push your hips up towards the sky and straighten your legs. Coming back again into that floating tabletop position, lower your knees down, bring your shoulders above your wrists. Exhale, come into that down dog version, a little shorter in your stance, and that's fine. Coming back down again and back up. Adding in those gentle movements to warm the joints up, to keep the blood flowing, delivering oxygen, and also diving deeper and deeper into that deep core engagement. So really getting the nitty-gritty right. So we always support it around that area. Give me another 2 now. Floating tabletop, come back into your down dog. One more, floating tabletop into your down dog. Beautiful. From here, lift now your right heel up towards your right sit bone, squeeze. Set it back down. Left heel up towards your sit bone, squeeze. Come back down. Still watching those shoulders. Are they still on top of your wrist? Your torso is parallel to the floor. And the knees don't really move. They just bend a little more when you lift your heel up. Wonderful. Give me another 3 here. Nice. 2 more. Having that breath nice and low for you. Last one. Well done. Then drop your knees back down towards the earth. Hug your elbows towards another. You can untuck your toes. From here, bend your elbows to the back of the room and see if you can drop the nose down between your thumbs and then lift back up. So we choose to place the nose between the thumbs, not the chest to begin with. Warming up into the tricep and into the shoulders. So you can see how my hips are still on top of my knees. And for now, this is totally fine. Give me another 5 and 4. Are you still working on that powerhouse? 3. Good job. 2 And your last one, and then come back up again. Let's tuck those toes under again. Draw your navel towards your spine, flatten your lower back, float your knees off the floor. This time, separate your knees apart, and with that, you pivot on your toes and your heels touch, coming back to neutral. Open your knees apart, heels come together, back to neutral. So it's almost like you're butterflying, your legs open, and then back to neutral. And if you rock a little bit back and forth here, that's totally fine. But don't take the weight out of your hands. Keep shoulders above your wrist and stay engaged. Give me another 4 here. Open and close. Open and close. 2 more. Open and close. Last one. Open and close. Press up into your downward facing dog. Walk your hands towards your toes and hang yourself just out here at the end of the yoga mat. Maybe roll through wrists or through those shoulders. Wonderful. And from here, drop your hands back down to walk it back out again. This time coming a little further out of your hands. Drop back down onto your knees. And then slide your right hand further out so it sits in front of your left hand. Hook both of your heels up towards your sit bones. This time you can even cross your ankles and then see if you can straighten the front of your hip. We're going to go again nose down towards that right thumb to the hand that is further in front, coming back up. Switch your hands, right hand in, left hand out. Let's go again, nose down to your left thumb and back up. Left in, right out, come low and back up. So modify this in your ability. So you find your limit. If it's a little bit too much, have your hands coming in closer again, like we did in the first round. And find that position of nose beside your thumb. We are here for another 3. Let's go low, come back up. 2 more, low and back up. Your last one, come low and back up. Placing both hands again underneath your shoulders, tuck toes under, drop them back down. Back to floating tabletop position. Lift those knees off the floor, flatten your lower back. This time both knees at the same time. Turn open to the right side. Come back through center. Pivoting on the feet to turn both knees to the left, back to center. Try to keep those shoulders on top of your wrists as you move from side to side. That's it. Wonderful. We're here for another 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's do that left one more time. Beautiful. Bring your knees over to the right side again, but this time sit down. Come onto your left forearm and have both knees on top of each other. Your heels are in alignment with your sit bones. Lift yourself out of your left shoulder, straight into clamshells from here. Part your knees, bring them back together. Lift, bring them back together. Wonderful. Lift and back together. Open those knees apart without dropping into the left shoulder. Stay nice and broad through your posture. Give me another 4, 3, 2. Giving those arms a little rest. We will be back there. Last one. Wonderful. Now lift your right foot off that left foot as well. Your knees stay on top of each other. From here, start to straighten that right leg out in front of you. Flex your foot. Feel how this really brings tension into the whole outer right leg. Then tap the floor with your right foot. Lift it all the way up. Tap it back down. Lift it all the way up. Give me 8 here. Try to move smooth through it, almost as if you're moving through honey or cement or something. So you can't really speed up or slow down the pace too much because there's too much resistance. So this is what we imagine. Let's go for another 5. Yes, fantastic. Another 4, lift. Another 3, up. 2 more. That's it. Last one. Bring it all the way up, make it your highest reach, and then release. Bend your knee, bring your knees back together. This time we separate our heels, coming into that internal rotation and back together. Open and bring it back together. We're here for another 8, 7, trying to twist in that thigh bone as much as you can. Whew. Let's go for another 5. Nice. And 4. And 3, and 2, and your last one. Well done. From here, bring your knees a little further back now. So you're creating more of a straight line from your knees up towards your shoulder. Push into the ground with your knees and your forearm. Lift those hips off the floor. Then extend that right leg out again. This time, having the foot in alignment with your left knee. Let's lift that leg straight up and back down. So see how my shoulder is still on top of my elbow? And I still don't sink into the shoulder. Try to replicate that as well. So be active through the whole shoulder girdle area and keep on pushing yourself out of it. Wonderful. Give me another 5 here. I know you can do it. Another 4 and 3. 2 more. Don't forget to smile. Don't forget, most important thing, we have fun. Keep that right leg lifted now and then draw mini circles for 8, 7, 6, 5. I know I make that look easy. I look like that's no problem for me, but trust me, I'm dying inside. I still have fun, but I'm dying inside. Beautiful. Another 8. Go the other way around. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Bend that right knee. Come back down. Whew. Good job. Coming back on your hands and your knees for your tabletop position. Beautiful. From here, start now to walk your hands out again. Tuck your toes under and float your knees off the floor. So now we're in a plank position rather than a floating tabletop. Find that full plank position. We still want to tuck our tailbone under and lengthen our tailbone towards our heels. Draw your navel towards your spine. Push it back. Come into down dog. Back into your plank position. Into your down dog. Wonderful. Another 2 like so. Warming up or resetting. 1 more like so. Nice one. Beautiful. Come into your down dog. From here, lift now your right knee into your chest. Keep that knee here as you come into your down dog. As we find our plank position, we shoot that right leg out behind us, shoulders over the wrist, and then pull that knee in again, knee to nose as you fold into that down dog, okay? So that's a movement. Inhale to extend, exhale to fold. So if you have a yoga practice, you might find that really weird because in yoga we often do this movement, but the other way around. So wrap your head around this coordination. It's always good to mix it up, to do something different, because it really rewires just a little bit differently our mind and our muscles, which is always a great idea. Let's do 2 more here. Wonderful. Last one. Nice one. Step your right foot back down. Both feet down. Come into high plank. Push it back. Just 4 down dogs here in between. Let's go for 2 more. Wonderful. Last one. And then come back into your down dog. Now tuck your left knee into your chest. We're going to fold ourselves in our down dog. Come into plank and here extend left leg out behind you. Then fold again. Inhale to extend. Exhale, fold. That's the movement. Once you have the coordination right, make sure you're really adding in your 110%. Don't shortcut yourself. Don't hold any muscle soft that needs to be contracted. Use your mind to work into the deepest fibers of your muscles. Let's go for another 5. Oh yes. And 4. So good. 3. Nice work. 2. Almost there. You got this. You got this. 1 more. Well done. Both feet down. Drop your knees. Walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. Be back to floating tabletop position. Tuck your knees, lift those knees up. Pivot on your toes, turn the toes open to the right side. Now stay here, sit your bum towards your heels, come back and forward. So we stay twisted to the side as we move between hands and feet, okay? Sliding back and forth. If you feel like, oof, I'm almost face planting, when I push forward, walk your hands a little further out. Working even more on the twist, so the hips are on top of each other. And my stomach is facing the right side. Chest not quite, it's a deep twist. Feel how this really tightens around your waistline, okay? This is where we want to work into. Give me another 5. Here's your reminder to smile. Another 4. So good. Let's go. Do it. 3, 2, and your last one. Well done. Back to floating tabletop position, over to the other side. Sit back over your heels, then push into your plank. Trying to stay twisted to the left side as good as you can. And listen, I know if you feel it in your wrists, it's bad, and I'm sorry to hear that, but one way to get stronger in those wrists is to work them. Obviously, if it's a pain, a shooting point, then just drop down onto your knees and have a little shake off any time. But yeah, get resilience here by pushing through. Another 4. You can do it. Ooh. And 3. Fantastic. And your last one. Well done. And then from here, just sit down and come over onto your right hip, down onto your right forearm. So we're back on our clamshells, facing the other side. I just spin around quite quick, so I'm still facing you. Have your heels in alignment with your sit bones. Lift yourself out of that right shoulder. Nice and proud. Find pride in your posture. Let's open left knee up and close back down. Open it up and back down. Let's go for another 8. Fantastic. 7 and 6. Nice work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and your last one. Well done. Separate your feet now as well. Have your knees on top of each other and then straighten that left leg. Flex your left foot. From here, tap the floor down. Tap the foot down and then lift it all the way back up to the floor. Tap all the way up towards the ceiling. Watch what your right shoulder is doing when you lift. Are you just lifting up high because everything is dropping down? Or do you maintain that length and that strength in your upper body as that left leg is working? That's what we want. And look, this is a reminder for myself as well. As soon as I drift off and I'm somewhere else with my thoughts, my form just gets pooped, okay? So we want to make sure that we stay present and we check ourselves, because we made time for this practice, so we might as well just put in our 120%. I keep going up. In the end, we are at 1,000,000%. This is your last rep. Well done. Bend your knees. Now have your knees close together. We're going to separate our heels from each other. Good. Lifting up. So it's an internal rotation from that left thigh bone. So you really should feel that deep in your hip joint, okay? Give me another 6 here. Fantastic. 5, 4, 3, 2, and your last one, twist it all open. Well done. Bring your knees a little further back so you open more through the front of the hip. Then from here, let's lift up high. Wonderful. Still one straight line from your right elbow into your right shoulder. Left leg goes straight in alignment with knee and elbow. From here, lift up and back down. Lift it up and come back down. 8 more reps here. You can do it. And 7, fantastic. And 6, that's it. 5, and 4, and 3. Keep that belly button drawn in towards your spine. Last one. Well done. Knees back together. Whew. Wonderful. From here, turn back around. Come on your hands and your knees. We're back in our tabletop position just for one more set. Tuck your toes under. And actually, step your feet out as you tuck your toes under. So you're in a plank position. Glide your hips up again into a down dog. But this time with your down dog, have your knees bent and your bum low down at your heels. So it's almost like a tiger down dog. Mix of a tiger and a down dog. So we want to return back into that shape every time in between. We're gonna push or catapult ourselves into a high plank, then glide back again into your low down dog. Coming forward, stay low and come back. Give me another 8 here. And if you want, sound effects always help. So maybe give yourself a shoosh when you shoot yourself forward. Shoosh. Or anything else. Maybe it's a ha. Or maybe it's a no. I don't know. Tell me. Let me know in the comments. What was your magic sound? Give me another 3. Woo. 2 more. And your last one. Well done. Drop those knees back down. Fantastic. Sit back over your heels just for a second again to shake out wrists. And then interlace your fingers behind your sacrum and stretch out across your chest. So even though we did really just 2 sets of push-ups, which is very obviously an exercise for the chest, all those other exercises are perfect for strengthening the chest as well. It's just more in disguise, which I love to do every now and then. Wonderful. Coming onto your knees now into kneeling stand. In our kneeling stand, we really try to come into that neutral position through our pelvis. So the sit bones are looking into the back of the knees. Bring your arms in front of you. We're going to keep the front of the hips super, super straight all the way through. From here, lean back. So you hinge from your shoulders. Be brave and go as far as you can. And then pull yourself back on top of your knees. Leaning back, come back up. Leaning back and come back up. Wonderful, that's it. So you should feel that in your quads, yeah? We stretch them to a max and then we have to contract this muscle again to pull ourselves up. So we actually strengthen muscle from a very extended version, which makes it really hard. So if you find that hard, I feel you, I feel you. It's meant to be this way. Give me another 2. Leaning back, come forward. Last one, lean back, hold it here, mini pulsation. Feel the power of your butt. Really squeeze into it as you bounce up and down, up and down. Oh my God, this is so hard. Let's go for another 5. Woo! 4, 3, 2, and your last one. Well done. Have a short breather. And I need it too. We have one more set here, coming back into our kneeling stance. Same but different. We add in a little more extra spice. Hands in front of your shoulders. Squeeze that booty. Inhale to prepare. With an exhale, lean back, but simultaneously drop your right hand down to the end of the yoga mat and open to the side. Come back through center. Switch to the other side. Inhale through center. To the right. To the left. Whew. So this is our countdown of our Pilates spice today. So I want you really to give me everything now for those last 6, okay? 6. Maybe even count with me. 5. Whew. Reach even further. 4. Nice one. 3. 2. Oh my God. Last one. Whew. Well done. Oh, good job. Should we stretch out those quads for a second? Maybe we should, hey? As I finish with my little after talk. So place your right foot forward and then just stretch into that left quad. So, yeah, we haven't even been on our back this practice, but trust me when I tell you, you still trained your core, your abdominals as well. Switch your sides. So again, it was Pilates in disguise. We really had a full body burn without even doing the classics, lying on our back or doing our donkey kicks, but you did a great job here. Wonderful. If you feel like you want more, feel free to check out other videos on my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you soon again. Bye bye for now. Chaka chaka chaka.